That is a great question. Um, well, we actually hear this question quite a bit, is that we've gone through that first activity of gathering our sticky notes, gathering our ideas, having those conversations. We've documented all of those ideas onto a menu or a placemat of supports, or created that poster. But what we find is when we begin to have conversations about students, that we actually don't have a lot of strategies that we are feeling like we're pulling from that continuum. And I would say that there's a few things that need to be done with your continuum. We will always be the first ones to say, it is never done. When you've created this beautiful poster, then I sometimes caution people on spending too much time making it into this incredible visual, because you need to revise it. And that is a really clear indication when your teams are continually looking back. You've got all of the processes in place, but the continuum is actually not very responsive to what you need it to do. That's a really good indication that you need to move into that revision stage of, do we actually have enough strategies that we need visualized on our continuum? So there's a number of things that we can do. Of course, we can look at the focus area that you're working on. So if it's reading, what are some best practice strategies that we know through research can be added to that? So it becomes this exploration of, what are the best strategies that we know through research that actually should appear on our continuum too. So it moves into that revision place. Also, working with your staff to be able to identify what are high impact strategies and what are low impact strategies, and that we can go through a bit of a revision on our continuum based on that as well. We always we have a folder on our website that has a number of continuum on it, in it, and from different schools. And we always caution people from going through that folder and then just adopting or adapting one of those continuum as their own, because they miss out on those beautiful conversations that we talked about earlier around the sticky notes. But when you are in that revision stage, you may want to take a look at those, because there are so many schools who are doing this work, and they have come up with some really fantastic ideas that you might want to borrow from them so that you can continue to add to your continuum. The other thing we see lots and lots of schools do is that you've come to a place where you have an agreement of strategies on your continuum, and you might still want to link resources to that, or you might even want to make an expanded version of your continuum. So I think of Memorial Compass at high school, that they have a nice visual that articulates their strategies across their 4 tiers, but then they have each of those linked and then expanded to be able to show lots more specifics within each of those areas. So being able to continue to build. So when it's not working, you probably need to add to it.
This question is brought to you by WeCollab. Designed by educators for educators, this comprehensive digital system aligns with the foundational components of collaborative response. Moving from conversation to action, WeCollab empowers classrooms, schools, and systems to provide the very best response for each and every child by informing action-based decision-making with data and evidence supporting student success.